Hold on 1 second, guys. Just setting stuff up so we can get on with another episode of the early season podcast. What up, everybody out there in the football world? We're ready to talk about some AHFL action. All right. So we are now in week 5 of AHFL. A lot going on. Teams on the rise, teams falling out. It's a lot going on. So, for those of you who may be a little disappointed you're not where you're at, just remember Rome wasn't built in a day. Like everything else in this world, it does take hard work. Keep grinding, keep hitting the lab aka practice mode, and you guys, whoever you are, will be all right. Now, 2 weeks, 2 league weeks have passed since the last podcast, and just get you guys up to date on what's going on. When we first start, I get you guys updated on the users that left and the users that have joined the league as far as new users. So, Hood 1765, he joined the league for whatever reason, obviously not to play because he joined. He hasn't really much said shit, hasn't scheduled anything. So we'll get a Jets user up in here that wants to play and wants to schedule and all that. Dude basically joined the league for nothing. So, I'm mystified as to why he would even join this league. He was in the league before. When he was in here, he had the Washington Redskins. He was active. He plays his games. Now he's ghost. So that was just basically a waste. Um, Wakanda X Forever has switched squads. He was, let me see if I can remember who he was before. He was the Chiefs. Yeah, I believe he's a Chiefs fan. He was the Chiefs. Now he is the Buccaneers. So, and since he's been the Buccaneers, he's been doing really, really good. He's won a couple games in a row with the Buccaneers. It seems like that's the squad he plays better with, even though he's a Chiefs fan. So, what up, Zach Dunbar, our Packers user? He's in the building. And we got Dito Boy who joined the league, and he's a Chiefs fan. He gave up 80 points, which is not a good thing. You don't ever want to join the league in your first game, give up 80 points. Don't do that. First impression, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. That's one of the oldest sayings in the book. But I do understand. Like I said, Rome wasn't built in a day. There's some things he obviously needs to clean up and get better at. So we're gonna be watching him to see if his next game he gives up 80 points. Hopefully he gives up less, because we don't want that. We don't want 80 points every game. But at the same time, he played one of our best users when he joined. So, in a way, it's understandable. With the sliders and our gameplay rules and everything like that. Definitely takes people a long time to get adjusted. We got Browns in the house. Almighty Mando. He says, I'm taking our division, started shit, had to figure out Brown's playbook, but now we coming in hot. Just looking forward to week 7. And as I look up at the schedule up top of the screen, week 7, me and the Browns play. I'm looking forward to it as well. So, right back at you. Because the last time, man, you played last season, you beat me. I think it was the last game of the season. You caused me to go into the playoffs playing like shit. Yeah, you had something to do with that. So, hey, it should be a nice one. It's something I'm looking forward to. But if I was you, I would focus on these games you got before we play because I see you struggling a little bit. So, but it looked like you right at the ship. You won your last game. So just keep focusing on the next game. And hopefully you could be on a little bit of a winning streak or something when we play Brown. So, definitely appreciative of you in the division. You're pretty enthusiastic, it seems like, for trying to play your games, always trying to schedule. So that's the Reppin' God 14 in the house with a rep. Other commish of AHFL. He is the 49ers user, defending Super Bowl champion. Hopefully, he can help me out with recruiting some people. I can always use any help that I could get. So obviously, you commit. So I got to lean on my man Rep. All right, moving down on the list, we got Raiders. He is new to the league. Mitch H and F. Hopefully, we could get a great Raiders user in here. We've been going since Madden 18, and I do not believe that we had ever had a great Raiders user. So that's something that we definitely need is a great Raiders user. You know, they have a long story history, the silver and black, the Raiders, just win baby and all that. But we're looking for a Raiders user to come into this league and just win in this league. We know in that division, whoever it is who has the Raiders is going to have to get through Chargers. Like I said, he's one of the best this league has to offer. So whoever has the Raiders, and I know they're not as talented a team as the Chargers, but you know you're going to have to put in some work to win that division. We got Super Nate in the house. What up, our Broncos user? Glad to have you guys checking in with us tonight. So, without further ado, let's talk about what's going on in AHFL. Like I said, right now we're in week 5. So let's back it up a couple weeks and mainly talk about. Um, he said, Super Nate obviously is a Broncos fan. He said, it's my goal to make the Raiders user quit. Naturally, as a diehard Broncos fan, of course, he hates the Raiders. So, Raiders user, we don't want you to quit because I don't want to recruit another Raiders user. You know, it's a lot of work trying to recruit, man. And so, hopefully, you know, like I said, like I always say, Rome wasn't built in a day. You know, please, this league has so much competition. Please, any user that's out there that's trying to get in our league, don't think you're just going to come in and blow the doors off and be great. Please don't. You will be highly disappointed. So hopefully, the Raiders user, if you're listening, don't quit. Don't quit. So let's back up a couple weeks and we talk about some of these games, some of the things I've been saying. We got Detroit user. He just messaged me in the group chat. Talking about when am I trying to play. Hopefully we can get our game in the night, or hopefully not. I know the wife, she really didn't even want me doing this podcast, you know. So, but I'm able to sneak it in, man. It's always a pleasure to do the podcast and talk to the viewers, talk to the league members. You know, I just love the interaction with you guys. So wife is gonna have to wait. Plus, I do this once a week. So you can give me my time once a week. All right. So we got 5-star hustler who beat the brakes off of Dallas. I think I reviewed this week last time. Well, let's go. Let's just go down and do a quick review this week. Yeah, I did review this week. So we gonna move on. We gonna move on. All right. This was a good one. This Titans and Colts game. The Titans end up squeaking it out 46-45. When I was watching it, the Indianapolis Colts was up by 10 late in the fourth, and I was like, you know what? The Colts got this. You know, and Titans, from what I watched, he's not really known as an offensive juggernaut, being that he does have Ryan Tannehill and Marcus Mariota. Obviously, he has Derrick Henry, but I didn't think he had the offensive prowess to make a comeback. And then I get in the group chat, and you know I'm talking like the Colts won. And Titans like, hold up, I won. So yeah, he squeaked it out, 46-45. Crazy, as you can see, putting up 21 points in the fourth quarter to win the game. Super clutch. This game was highly important for both of these squads because both these squads came into the game 1-2, I believe. Now the Colts is in a bad position at 1-3, and the Titans has regained his footing at 2-2. And I made my prediction in the group chat. I was like, the loser is not going to make the playoffs. That's what I predicted in the group Belichick. So it's still a long season, but we'll see. But I'm gonna hold firm on to that prediction, and I'm gonna continue said to say that the Colts will not make the playoff. Obviously, sitting at 500, the Titans has a chance. So we will see. But this is some nice offensive yardage put out by both of these squads. Almost 500 yards of total offense by both of these squads. So the offenses was working. They had it going on the offensive end, and the Titans pulled it out, like I said. So let's check out the individual stats from this game. Jacob Eason, 368 yards and 4 touchdowns, but we got to come back on those interceptions. Definitely got to come back. Make your reads. Be smart with your reads. Don't force the ball. Throw the ball away. Run the ball, and that will cut down on some of those interceptions. And also hit the leg. It's practice mode, so you can get used to some of the plays, and you could just be prepared when you play. All right, so who got those interceptions on the defensive side of things? We got Adoree Jackson had 3 picks. And we had Perry Nicholson with 3 picks for Indianapolis. Malik Hooker with 2 picks. So they was intercepting. The hands was definitely sticky. I could tell you that much. Carolina won a sim against the Jets. New England Patriots beat the Miami Dolphins. This Miami user, I know he's a Giants fan, but he was like, "Give me Miami," and so far he hasn't been able to do jack shit on offense. I don't think he scored more than 2 touchdowns. So far with the Dolphins, man. So you definitely gotta step it up. You gotta hit the practice mode. You gotta do what you need to do, man, to get better on offense so you can be competitive in this league. The Dolphins defense, they got a good defense, but they're not historically great to be putting up less than stellar, actually shitty offensive numbers like that. So you got to definitely hit the lab and focus work on offense so that your offense can rise to the level you need to rise to be competitive. But good win by Patriots, bouncing back from the loss to the Buccaneers. You needed that and you got it. This is our Super Bowl runner-up, our role. He was a Patriots fan. Boo! Me being a Steelers fan, obviously hate the Patriots for the simple fact they used to kick our ass damn near every year, staying on Mike Tomlin's resume because he could never really compete with Bill Belichick. But with Tom Brady gone, he has a chance. So hopefully he doesn't continue to suck even without Brady there. Now, going down, we got Denver beating the hell out of the Buffalo Bills, 38-13. Oh, and speaking of Denver, he made a trade. He traded away Cortland Sutton, his young wide receiver, for um, what is the cornerback? The cornerback with the name that I can't really think of or say right now from Detroit, but I know he's a rookie. So they made a little trade, and it paid off from what it looks like initially, beating Buffalo 38-13. So, good for him. Now, rolling down the line, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beating the shit out of the New York Giants, 45-10. New York also got the breaks beat off of him a couple weeks back by the Chargers. So we got to really put the end of this getting the breaks beat off of you. At least make it a little close. I don't know what you got to do. Like I said, hit the lab. Put on your white lab coat, nursing shoes, and all that shit, man. And get you a Bunsen burner and all that shit. And, make you a little concoction of knowledge, man. Or often get some offensive wisdom going. Drink it, whatever you need to do to enlighten your brain cells to get that offense coming up a little bit, man. So going down the line. This is that game I mentioned before when Chargers scored 80 points. 80 to 45. I don't remember a user in this league scoring 80 points before, but if anybody was going to do it, it was going to be Five Star Hustler, and the Chargers put up the 80 piece. So first time for you, man. Clap it up for the Chargers. And, Chiefs, man. I really hope you reviewed this film, man, because it definitely deserves a rewind for your ass. Because you need to figure out what you did wrong. And Super Nate, he said he had, from his game against the Bills, he had 9 picks. Buffalo Bills user, I watched a little bit of this game. You really need to switch up your formations, bro. He definitely, if you had 9 interceptions, he definitely was on it, whatever you was doing. So, and from what I seen when I watched the game, he loves three wide receiver sets. But, bro, you got to switch it up. You got to switch it up. Super Nate is a veteran user of this league. He's going to get on. If you three wide receiver sets 80, 90% of the time, he's going to catch you. He's going to adjust. And obviously, he adjusted. Obviously, he knew it. He caught on to what you was doing to the tune of 9 interceptions. So, go to the lab, see what other formations that you can put on the field that'll enable you to not throw 9 interceptions and be more successful on offense. We need it. So we got the Dunbar 71 typing in. He says, the last time I remember a game that high, E Hammer and I went at it 73 to 83. So I stand corrected. Obviously, there was a user that scored more than 80 points. 73 to 83. I can believe that because the Dunbar 71 and E Hammer, you guys defense, I'm gonna have to keep it real and admit, sucks. You guys defense sucks, man. So, that's something that, is what it is. So if anybody was gonna have a score like that, I wanna have to say it would be you two guys. you know, you know. You guys aren't synonymous with defense, but when you have a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, and I don't know who E Hammer was using at the time. I believe he was the Colts. We got Reppin' God 14 typing in. He says college basketball game score. Hell yeah, that was a college basketball game score. And this is AHFL. This ain't March Madness or the Big East tournament or anything like that, man. This is AHFL, the most realistic and competitive um, franchise around. And when you got scores like that, people they're gonna be like, "Hey, your league ain't realistic. What the hell are you talking about?" So, yo, we can get the defense together. All right, and we got Clutchy checking in. Who's our Bengals user? What up? We glad to have him smack dab into the AFC North with me and Ravens, man. Me and Ravens, you already know the battles that me and Ravens have going on like forever. So, man, it's just super dope to have Clutchy, who's the Bengals user, in our division. So we could get a rival between us three. We could take it from 2 to 3 and just continue on with the AFC North rivalry like forever. Super dope. So the Dunbar 71, he's typing in. He says, think he was with the Vikes at that time. Might have been, might have been. I vaguely remember E Hammer with the Vikings. So yeah, I know he, like you said, was the Vikings, and then he switched to the Colts. So yeah, was waiting on the Ravens. Ooh, and I can't wait neither, Clutch. I'm gonna be watching y'all game, no doubt. Be definitely checking it out. You know, it should be a great one. You coming in and you smacking people with Joe Burrow and the Bengals and the Ravens. He's the reigning AFC North champion. Although I beat him twice last season, he won the division. with my luck. I beat the winner of the division twice, and he still won the division. So, and that's because the Browns beat me the last game of the season and made me lose the division. Not only did Browns make me go into the playoffs sucking ass, but it caused me to lose the division, Browns. So yeah, man, not cool. But anyway, man, what's good? Waiting on the Ravens. Yeah, yeah, I'm waiting on y'all too. I'm waiting on y'all too. So that's definitely gonna be something. And y'all users out there, if y'all want to see a good game, check out the Bengals and the Ravens. That should be an awesome game. Awesome game. So going down the games, we got the Eagles and the Falcons. Shout out Eagles. He came in last man season and struggled. This is actually the second game he won in a row. So kudos to him. Hopefully he didn't throw a whole bunch of screen passes. That's something I had to talk to him about is the inordinate amount of screen passes he was throwing for me watching this game and from what I was so Miles Sanders with 9 catches. Hopefully there wasn't 9 screens. I'd be highly disappointed. Hopefully there was some check down passes, some angle routes, some leaking out of the backfield as well, and not just screens and some streaks and shit like that. We never want a whole bunch of one routes. If you want to get your best player involved, you really got to work to figure out plays where you can get to him in multiple routes. So, yeah. But this is the second game in a row he won. So yeah, that's that. So kudos to him so far until I see how he played. All right, going down the list, we got the Browns and the Lions. The Browns. He was winless coming into this game. So we got Bones Kruger chiming in. What up, our Ravens user? And he says, I'm not playing tonight. I'm out living my life. Word up, young man out on a Saturday night, hustling and bustling. Whatever you doing, be safe. And when you play, my eyes is definitely going to be watching. So, like I said, whatever you doing tonight, brother, be safe, have fun, and yeah, that's all you can do. So, going down the list, so let's check out the scores of this Cleveland Detroit game. Cleveland busting out with 226 yards rushing, 212 yards passing. So he definitely found his offensive rhythm. And the Lions were 374 yards passing. Yo, Lions user, 13 yards rushing. Yo, I'm going to just tell you right now, and I hate to give advice because I play this guy this week, but I'd rather have a competitive league than a league where people suck. So I am going to say you're going to need to run the ball more. I'm going to go on a limb and say 13 rush yards basically led to 4 turnovers. I don't know if there's 4 interceptions or whatnot, but yeah, it was 4 interceptions by Matthew Stafford. So run the ball more, and that's going to cut down on that on those interceptions. I'm with my team. We got it. So Bones Kruger chimed in. I think he plays flag football. They got a championship game tomorrow. That's dope. Good luck. Hopefully you guys win, and score some touchdowns, man. I was playing flag football like last year at this time, and then COVID came. And playing flag last year. I haven't played organized football in about 20 years, man. So it was super dope for me to get back into it. I just love football. I love playing it. I love playing it on Madden. I love playing it in real life. I love watching my son play. If there's a football head out there, it's me. You won't find a guy who loves football more than I do. If I can go somewhere tomorrow and do some wide receiver defensive back one on ones, I would definitely be there, definitely do it, and just compete. You know, I know I'm 42, but shit, my body still feels young. I think it looks young, man. So I'm always down to compete. But yeah, I had to step away from the flag football. Hopefully, I can get back into it. You know, because I am getting older. Like I said, I'm 42. So as far as the athletic shit, I gotta really, I gotta really do it before my body stops on me. So let's see what contributed to that 13 yards rushing. DeAndre, damn, 14 carries, 12 yards. So it was a situation, I'm going to guess, where he was basically calling the wrong running plays that wasn't open, or the other user was just on to the running plays that he was calling. So my advice would be to be more unpredictable. You know, figure out running plays that you can call at times where he's not expecting running plays, maybe longer yardage situations and things like that. Maybe a 2nd and 9 sneaking and draw where he might be thinking he's going to pass the ball and things like that. So, but you know, hit the lab. Don't be content. It is what it is, and you know, just having a sucky running game like this and not doing anything about it. Bones Kruger, I was playing. Shit, who was it? I can't remember, man. It was I can't remember. But it sucks because we only played one game and then we had to stop because of COVID. Yeah, I can't remember. He said, Clutchy said, my old coach 50 and still winning championships as semi-pro. You could do it, man. I appreciate the support, man. I appreciate the inspiration. I'm gonna keep doing it. Like I said, I love football, and wherever the football is at, I'm gonna try to be there. You know, but right now, uh, fortunately, I got a son whose dream is to play into the NFL, so that's what we work on hard with. You know, it takes a lot because there's dads out there trying to get a lot of dads out there trying to get their sons to the NFL, and I got to work just as hard as him, and me and my son got to work just as hard as them. So, you know, me and my son be out in the backyard every day. We go to the field. He works out, you know, and he's 8 years old. Well, he'll be 8, but you got to start him young. You got to start them young. So if anybody out there who has kids is thinking about playing sports, let me tell you, the younger that you start them, the better. You know, Tiger Woods, his dad had Tiger Woods out there at 5. Serena and Venus Williams' dad, they was out there at 5. Countless other sports dads, LeVar Ball, had their sons out there young. So you got to get your kids out there young. You know, got to get them out there young and have a plan. You know, have a plan. You know, these kids need inspired, whether it be throwing the football with them, making them run routes, as well as emotional. You know, because there'll be days where they just not feeling it, and you know, you gotta find a way to motivate. So, you know, it's definitely a lot of work, but it's something that I'm glad I'm doing, something I'm passionate about. You know, got tackle little league tackle football coming up in the summertime. So, you know, I definitely my job as a father is to prepare them for that, and you know that's what we're doing. But anyways, you know, getting back to these games, I know there was a lot of in this interceptions in this game, so we're gonna see who bought out on defense real quick. Damn, a lot of people with one interception, so there was interceptions going around. A lot of people. So everybody had their hand in the cookie jar. Look like. All right, I love Bones. All right, we got some. We got some short people in the league. Bones Kruger 5'6". Logan, who's our Patriots user, checking in. He's 5'7". We got Clutchy is 5'6". So you know, definitely um, people in the league that really, you know, is a little short, but that's okay. I'm not that tall myself. I'm not that tall myself. I'm only 5'10", so I'm a little couple inches, but you know, it is what it is, man. We short people, we love to compete too. So, so just going down the list and talking about the games, 48-0. You know, 48-0, and Clutchy, who's our Bengals user, just click on the links and you can check out his football highlights. Of him doing his thing on out there on the gridiron, showing um, his football skills. I'm gonna check it out after this podcast is over. I'm gonna definitely check it out. He says we got the Dunbar 71, who's our Packers user. He said my head was so far up my ass it wasn't funny. I definitely checked it out. I don't know what you was doing on some of them throws, Dunbar. You was falling back, off one foot. You just thought you was the real Aaron Rodgers and Madden and was able to make all types of incredible, crazy throws. I was like, what is he doing, bro? But you're in the throes of a losing streak, man. This shit happens when you try to do too much. So I understand it from that standpoint, but you got to stay grounded. You got to just know that, all right, you could pick up steam, but like I say, Rome wasn't built in a day, man. So, just try to focus on something easy on offense so you can gain some momentum and hopefully get back on the winning track. But that's a shot. I don't remember the last shutout that happened in our league. Maybe you're the first. I don't know, but you don't want to be the first in this category, bro. For real. So we got the San Francisco 49ers beat the Rams 37-10. And the Rams, he wasn't that hard. His user's not here no more. He quit. And usually what happens, people come in, get their ass beat and quit. You gotta be mentally stronger than that. You gotta be able to take an L. You gotta let it drive you. Hey, I got my ass beat this time, but I'm gonna hit the lad. And the next user ain't gonna be able to do that. Instead of just being like, ah, fuck it, man, I quit, I give up, throwing your hands up. Yo, well, if you're a type of user that's like that, we don't want you here anyway. And I'm gonna just say that. So with the Rams, like I was saying in the group chat, Rams probably has the best defense in in the league in Madden. From a overall standpoint. Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, and they got like two or three other defensive backs above 80 overall. Even on offense, Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods is both above 80 overall. Young at the running back position with what's his name? On 1 second. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm back. But anyway, if you're a user, we got them open. We got the Rams open. So if you're a Rams team out there, and you wanna come in, we definitely got them open. You can take the best, probably the best defense in the league. So going down, we got the Texans and the Raiders. This was a user. He's not here anymore, but he came in, got his ass beat 31-14 and left the league. So it's a common thing. Get your ass beat and leave. Like I said, we don't want you in here anyway. Or find some excuse after they get their ass beat, like the quarters is too long or this and that. Nah, bro, you got your ass beat. That is what it is. I ain't never seen somebody win and complain about quarter length or something like that. They'll just keep winning until they don't win no more, and then they'll pick something else up. So whatever, we know what it is. So we got the Steelers, um, and the Ravens. Bones Kruger. It was a hell of a game. Hell of a game. Obviously, Steelers and Ravens are rivals, probably the best rivals in the National Football League. And we take it to Madden. Me and Bones Kruger, probably the best rivals in the AHFL. And this game was probably one of the best games I played this Madden. It was just we just wanted it. I could tell he wanted it. I beat him twice last Madden season, and I can really tell that he really wanted it. And that's what you're supposed to do if you're a competitive person. You get beat, you're supposed to let it drive you. Supposed to let it drive you to get better and make the adjustments to win. And that's what he did. He was picking plays, and I played him a lot of times. And there was plays that he was picking I never seen before. Shit he was doing I never seen before with the motion and things like that. And he was really like, look, you can tell he came in like, look, we play each other so much, we used to each other. I gotta really do something different. Um, Yeah, yeah, we definitely do. We definitely would, Bones. And hopefully, now that I'm being more consistent with the podcast, we can gain more followers and things like that so that they can follow the league and really get a handle on how dope our rivalry is. But that's why I'm super excited about Bengals being in here, so we can make it a three's company rivalry. So it's me, you, and Bengals, and I can't forget about Browns. Shout out Browns. I can't forget about you. The only thing about it though is you're not really a Browns fan. What makes our rivalry so dope is I'm from Pittsburgh, Bones Kruger's from Baltimore, Clutch is from Cincinnati. So we just in it to win it. We got our squads, we in it to win it, and it is what it is. So um, but Browns, we happy to have you in here. And even though you're not really a Browns fan, come on, join the rivalry as well. You know what I mean? And so let's check out the stats. Let's check out the stats from the game. Just to get you guys up on what happened. I missed a field goal at the freaking end of the game that would have won the game. I missed the I missed the I missed the field goal at the end of the game. Me and Bones, man, we had so many close games. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. And I missed the field goal but the wind was blowing. It was like 7 miles per hour wind. And I had like two extra points that I had kicked that went kind of funny. I don't know if that was in my head or not. But I folded, and I'm be the first to admit I folded and I lost the game. So Bones is now ahead in the division. I'm at 4-0, and I'm saying me and Bengals is tied at 3-1. Um, I had my breathing messed up too. Normally, when I kick a field goal to calm myself, I take a big deep breath. Be like, and then I go ahead and hit A. That's what you do to calm yourself. It's been a proven fact. Snipers in the military, before they shoot a big shot and kill somebody, they take a big deep breath. So it calms them. They're able to steady their aim and make that kill shot. And that's what I kind of do. And my breath was a little messed up. I waited until I hit the A, and then I exhale when I normally inhale and exhale before I hit the A. I think that kind of fucked me up as well. So, but Bones played a great game. As you can see, stats is very, very similar. Although he had 3 interceptions, he was trying to really light my defense up. And my defense was like, yeah, you gonna light us up, but you gonna pay for that shit. So he ended up paying you Lamar Jackson, whole bunch of passing yards, but he threw three interceptions. And I had 107 yards rushing. And that's something I'm proud of is my ground game is getting better. I'm normally someone who's like really below average running the ball, but I'm starting to see myself get better in that area. So that's something I'm really proud of. And hopefully I can continue to get better as the season progresses. So just to let you guys know who did the work, Lamar Jackson, I know he's a running quarterback. But Bones is like, yo, I'm gonna throw you off by passing the ball if you trying to key on Lamar running. And he had success, 385 yards, 4 touchdowns, although you have the 3 picks. And Jameis Winston, efficient, 284 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interceptions. So I'm really trying my best to minimize the turnovers, especially with my defense. I feel like if I don't turn the ball over, I'm going to win for the simple fact of how great my defense is. I got a lot of defensive players. I think I got like 6 players that's above 80 overall. My front seven, as far as defensive line and linebackers. So that's that's good. That's good. That's good. So my rookie had 15 carries for 73 yards. J.K. Dobbins had 12 carries for 56 yards. And I got trying to get Anthony McFarland, my backup, involved as much as I can. Simply because my rookie, his stamina, he gets tired fast. So I really got to sub in Anthony McFarland, probably more than I would like, but he is productive. He's one of those underrated, sneaky man backs where he's good. He's good. So just moving down. Now this is where I got he completely shitted on me. And he had one, two, 3 wide receivers above 100 yards. I don't think I've ever seen that in a real game or a Madden game where 3 wide receivers above 100 yards. Shout out this one play. He was backed up on like the 6 yard line, and it was like 1st and 10, and I was up 3-0, and I had a punt that went out the corner and pending deep on like the 6. I was like, this dude, he not running the ball. I was like, he's not passing the ball. And he hit me with this play action pass. I swear to God, it looked like a run. And I'm normally good when I see play action and dropping back. Like, okay, this is a play action pass. So let me get my ass back in my zone, or let me play back. But the goddamn play looks so much like a run. I bit up, and he hit the goddamn wide receiver deep, and he hit me with like a 94-yard touchdown pass. I was like, this dude right here, man, this play action pass. So users out there, if you want to fake another user out, look for play action passes that look like a goddamn run. Like look so much like a run. I know there's play action passes, but you can really tell for the simple fact that the people running routes. But this, I swear to goodness, this play looked like a damn run so much I bit up, and he hit me for like a 94-yard touchdown pass. Let me see. I forgot who was it. Duvernay. He hit me with Duvernay for the 94-yard touchdown pass. So kudos to Bums, man, throwing that play out there. Kudos to you. On defense, it really wasn't not much to talk about. On defense, it really wasn't too many sacks. 1 sack for me, 1 sack for him. We was getting the ball out of our hands pretty quickly. Being super dope with our reads, so we're not holding the ball and getting sacked, and just throwing runs in there on time, throwing runs in there, and they was coming on time. And when you play like that, your quarterback don't get hit. You don't throw interceptions. So, that was what it was. I do got to give a shout out to Cam Sutton on my defense. He balled out. He had 1 sack. He had 1 interception, but it ain't showing up on his stat sheet. Like, what the hell? They gave that. Or maybe it was Steven Nelson with the interception. Okay. Yeah, but Minka Fitzpatrick had a pick six that put me in the ball game. So that is what it is. But going down the list, we had Washington. Shout out Washington because Dallas has been beating him. I think this is his first win against Dallas. So these division rivals, to make it a rivalry, you obviously got to win. And Washington football team pulled out the win, 27-17. So I know he was into it in the group chat. He had to apologize. Like anybody watching my stream, I apologize. So he probably got a little crazy, was cussing and everything like that. But that's what happens when you play your division rival and you really want to win. And he pulled out the win, even though he's missing his star running back Antonio Gibson. He still balled out and came away with the win. So shout out Washington football team, man. You got that win. So that's dope. Bengals putting a smackdown on Chicago, 44-16. So shout out Bengals. Definitely doing his thing. It was my first one against him, no doubt. Yep, it definitely was. So I know that was special for you. I know you pretty much basked in the glow of that win for a hot minute, and you deserved it, man. You deserved it. Um, so we got Reppin' Guards giving his congrats. Yeah, Dallas is tough. Arms, Dallas is tough, man. That's his favorite. He's a Cowboys fan. He's been balling in man leagues for a minute, so he's coming with the experience. And and you pulled it off, man. So that's dope. So that should make for an even more exciting rivalry going into the future at AHFL between you two guys. So like I said, we got Cincinnati beat the shit out of Chicago 44 to 16. Balling. From what I seen from him, Joe Burrow is just a straight up. He balls out with him. So and he did it again. 275 yards and another 4 touchdown game by Joe Burrow. So he's just coming in balling with Joe Burrow. He keep balling like this. Joe Burrow gonna be like a 96 before the season's out, and we don't want that in the AFC North because with these sliders having a highly overall rated quarterback is will be very advantageous for you. Because these sliders, I'm gonna admit they kind of shit on quarterbacks that are lower overall rated, but Joe Burrow is young, and I think he's probably superstar development. I'm a guess. So, and I know this is his second 4 TD game. So, man, he gonna have him like I said, 90 some overall before this season's out. He keep balling with him. Matter of fact, let me check out Joe Burrow's stats so far this season. It got to be something crazy. It got to be something realistic as far as touchdown to interception ratio goes. Let me check it out. We got Jameis Winston. Shout out Jameis Winston. 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Let's keep those interceptions to a minimum so I can continue being put in a position to win. But we're gonna check out Bengals. Um, and Joe Burrow's stats. So they know they some 12 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Okay, 12 TDs, 12 TDs. I know, but Bengals, Bengals didn't. I think he came this week 2, if I can recall. So that he wasn't here for the first. Oh yeah, it was the Bengals user that I played, and I ended up intercepting him like 7 times. So shit, man, I don't think this current Bengals user Clutchy has thrown an interception yet. Because I end up if I picked our first Bengal user like 7 times. Let me see some. Let me see some real quick. You know, just to see because that would be amazing if you haven't threw an interception yet. So I'm going to see my first game against Bengals, how many interceptions I had. I know it was a lot. So, but I definitely want to see um, how many interceptions I got. So I picked him off 4 times. So Clutch only has, so he's 10-3. If he missed the first game, and this Bengals user threw 2 TDs. So he's really 10 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Realistic. That's realistic, and that's what we love. We consider ourselves the most realistic competitive man franchise out on any console. So your stats is definitely living up to the AHFL name, my brother. Um, so let's just take a little glimpse into week 5, which we currently in. There's a game going on right now. The Dunbar and Fresh Daddy, as well as, oh, check this out. We had a game just in not too long ago. Arizona. This Arizona user is a tough user. He damn near beat the defending AHFL champion a couple games back. This time, he explodes on the Houston Texans 45-27. So a whole bunch of yards, over 500 yards of offense. So everybody beware this Cardinals user. This man looks like he is dope on offense. Put up 45 points against the Texans user. This Texans user, he was in the playoffs last Madden season. I want to give a shout out to this Texans user. And, he has definitely gotten better. Definitely shout out to him. And I'm going to say that the 24 points that Arizona scored in the second quarter basically did it. So, shout out Cardinals, which I'm sure Rep is happy to know about the Cardinals being competition in his division. That's one rivalry that I'm going to be looking out for in the future. Just as long as Smooth, who is the Cardinals user, stays with us, I think the 49ers Cardinal rivalry has a chance to be special because this kid's looking like he got some skills. And I know he did lose the game to the 49ers, but he was up big time. So next time, I'm sure he can't wait to try to close the deal when the 49ers and the Cardinals play. So without further ado, I'm going to just jump straight to our top 5 users of AHFL. As I go here to the standings. So, a lot of surprises, a lot of users doing dope and everything like that. So, my top 5 users of AHFL. I'm sure you guys are hearing the silent drum roll, please. Now, user number 1, I'm going from highest to lowest. Number 1, I'm going with the Chargers, 5-star hustler, 2-time AHFL Super Bowl champ, and group chat shit talker. I'm going with him as the number 1 user of AHFL. Number 2 user of AHFL, I'm going with the Seahawks, who did go to the playoffs last year and is 4-0 this year, coming off a 48-9 smackdown of the Dunbar 71, who's the Packers user who went to the playoffs last year. Seahawks 4-0, baby. He is user number 2. Now, our third ranked user of AHFL is the Ravens at 4-0, who did go to the playoffs last year. Like I said, consistent division rival immense, and user number 3. Now, user number 4 in AHFL, our fourth ranked user, is the Washington football team, fourth ranked user. He went to the playoffs last year, coming off an impressive win against the Cowboys, who also went to the playoffs last year and actually beat Washington football team in the playoffs. But he got his revenge. It was a kind of convincing win, 27-17. So I got you as our fourth ranked user. And our fifth ranked user in AHFL is the 49ers at 3-1, defending Super Bowl champion. He is the fifth ranked user. All right. So time for me to give out the Fat Albert Award for the user who's eating the competition and blowing up, baby. And that user I'm going to give to I gave it to Cincinnati last time. I'm giving it to Seattle to beat the Dunbar 71, who went to the playoffs last year. The latest complete smackdown on the Packers, 48-0. So shout out Seahawks. You get the Fat Albert Award for eating the competition and blowing up, baby. All right, so the next award, the Ass Cheek of the Week award. You don't want this award. This is the user who smell like poop, who was just played shitty on the sticks. So I'm giving this award to, but you know what? I don't think Green Bay quit. We got some users who got their ass beat and quit. I'm giving that your award to. I'm giving that award to. I'm giving it to the old Raiders user before this guy. He got beat 31-14, quit in the middle of the game, and started talking shit about the quarter length. Nah, bro, when you was winning, I ain't hear nothing about the quarter length. But when dudes start beating your ass, oh, now it's quarter length. So you get the ass cheek of the week award. So sucky ass dude. Glad you ain't here no more. We're gonna get somebody in here better than you. Hopefully this Raiders guy's better than him. So whoever you was, I forgot his name. You get the ass cheek of the week award. Plus I ain't got to put nobody that's currently in the league on blast. Although I won't hesitate to put anybody in the league on blast if you play like ass. All right. So this is the end of the podcast. Thanks for everybody who tuned in. This is the Football Dad, aka the Steelers Guru, signing out. Catch us. We're doing the podcast every Saturday now. It's probably going to be in the evenings. So tune in every time and support the league, AHFL. Shoot me a holler if you want in the league. Send a message. We'll get you in. All right. This is Steelers Guru, a.k.a. the Football Dad for AHFL, the live podcast, and I'm signing out. Peace.